Here in the U.S. and in most of the countries that we operate in around the world, we source our food locally. If we can do that, we always try to match currencies and to try to have the best cost position that we can.
With many fast food chains dreading bankruptcies post the COVID years, another major company has joined the list, and this is none other than the world's most pizza-selling food chain, Domino. What has brought about the company to a standstill that Domino's CEO decided to announce a large number of shutdowns owing to bankruptcy? Tag along and keep watching as we explain. As a number of food-related requests increased and new restaurants popped up, customers found a huge variety of dishes and types of food to choose from. Suffocating competition in the fast food industry, where many new food companies competed for customers' attention, caused a marginal decline in Domino's sales. Domino's, being the largest pizza chain, has admitted that maybe it has increased its prices too quickly. In its foreign branches, the company has reached its lowest ever since a benchmark low in 2011. Domino's now fears extinction, as experts warn that at least 20% of their underperforming pizza joints would most likely close down by the year's end. When Domino's Pizza abandoned the Italian market after failing in its bid to conquer the nation that gave birth to the pizza, it made headlines across social media. The US fast food chain left Italy after 7 years, following a time when the coronavirus epidemic had a significant negative impact on revenue and forced traditional Italian pizzerias to develop their own delivery systems. The company had set out with lofty goals and futuristic plans to open 880 new outlets across the country by 2030 in an effort to attract Italian customers with pizza with a pineapple topping. 29 branches were successfully opened, however they have all since been closed. The fast food chain's closure was first reported by the Italian food website Agrodolce, which also claims that the franchise holder ePizza filed for bankruptcy and that all of its stores stopped providing delivery services as of April 20 of the previous year. Domino made its initial entry into Italy in Milan in 2015, before spreading to further locations like Turin, Bologna, Parma, and the country's capital, Rome. It was not given to Naples, the southern city where Pizza Margherita was created. Many citizens of the nation had made it a point to inform the media that it would have been odd for locals to work or eat at the US fast food restaurant in the city where real pizza was discovered. Naples is a very distinctive market that relies heavily on tradition and personality. It was common knowledge that the US-based Domino's would not have been successful if the main goal had been to make money. Domino's Pizza was introduced to Italy by businessman Alessandro Lazzaroni. In 1985, McDonald's opened its first outlet in Bolzano after embarking on a similarly risky culinary journey based on market research years earlier. Lazzaroni claimed at the time that despite the fact that Italians are very picky about food, the two great excellences of Italian quality and American food delivery competence could coexist and flourish. Domino's stores are expected to close rapidly in 2023. The biggest pizza restaurant in the world has admitted that it raised prices too quickly, and as a result, it is now struggling. The company is in the middle of a perfect storm as financial losses reached their greatest level since 2011, and sales continue to drop at the majority of its locations, both domestically and overseas. And the company is facing a perfect storm. Business executives have warned that this will likely lead to the closure of 20% of the chain's failing stores before the year is over. Executives from the company have warned that 20% of the chain's failing stores will likely close by the end of the year as a result of this problem. Despite improving macroeconomic conditions, growing experts believe that in the near future, a single system failure might push Domino's and other May chains to the breaking point. After all, given current market conditions, it's evident that the fast food chain industry is in a precarious position and needs support and innovation to overcome its financial difficulties. Some franchisees are no longer listed among the eateries. The remaining 16 Hale & Hardy restaurants in New York City, as well as the last Howard Johnson's restaurant, closed their doors last summer. According to Domino's most recent fourth quarter fiscal 2022 figures, revenues were 3% below the consensus estimate. This was caused by a decrease in order volume, same-store demand, and declining delivery income. The success of the corporation has been significantly impacted by other macroeconomic factors. Sales at locations open at least a year increased only 0.9% in the United States, far less than analysts' expectations of 12%. This contributed to the company's weaker than expected results. Since the beginning of the pandemic, Domino's delivery issues have only gotten worse. The pizza chain has been struggling with labor shortages in its delivery service and rising wages. In a statement about financial results, Weiner stated that the company's same-store delivery sales fell for the third consecutive quarter in quarter 2. We believe this dynamic will continue to pressure the business. Since the start of the pandemic, Domino's delivery issues have only gotten worse. The pizza giant has been dealing with labor shortages in its delivery service and rising wages. In the past year, this has put a significant pressure on the company's US delivery business. Weiner said in a statement that financial results, company's same-store delivery sales fell for the third consecutive quarter in quarter 2, and we believe this dynamic will continue to put pressure on the delivery business. Domino's has nevertheless always provided customer satisfaction with their delivery infrastructure. Instead of relying on outsourcing, the company has provided its own delivery to ensure customer interaction and satisfaction. It worked on the basic market idea that during an inflation phase, customers would prefer to cook home rather than pay $1 extra to a third-party delivery partner. Domino's CEO Russell Weiner pointed out that Domino's has always been efficient in their delivery, but has never made a penny out of it. The delivery structure thus surely remains to be a source of pride for the company. Delivery fluctuates with the economy, as we observed during the last recession, particularly for consumers with lower disposable means who make up a sizable share of our clientele. Weiner emphasized that we anticipate the economy to be a hindrance to our delivery company in 2023, since everyday delivery clients would base their dining decisions on price, leading them to believe that franchises and local retailers' delivery prices aren't really worth it. In a statement, the business claimed that although closing any store is a painful choice, closing these particular stores was the best course of action. A number of unsuccessful locations will close by the end of the year, according to executives. By shutting failing locations and speeding up the refranchising of corporate stores, Domino's will cut the size of its present corporate store network by 15 to 20%. Any errors stress the system, according to Global CEO Don May. The reductions are expected to save Domino's between $16 and $20 million annually, and the pizza firm is also being restructured. Prior to these price increases, the company had already increased the price of its mix and match deal from $5.99 to $6.99 for delivery customers, and it later applied the same price hike on the mix and match deal for carryout orders as well. The company said that by raising prices to offset some of its losses in the first quarter, the US prices rose 6.3% compared to the year earlier. The restaurant industry recently made some significant adjustments to its well-liked carryout offer, which lets customers choose between a pizza dip and bread combo or wings for $7.99. Domino's lowered the number of wings to contain 10 to 8, even though the price stayed the same. Additionally, the restaurant further restricted this offer by making it a digital-only offering, barring those purchasing in person or over the phone. Previously, customers could order 3 toppings on a pizza as part of a carryout bargain, but now they may only order 1. There may have been more restaurant bankruptcies in 2023 than ever before. This concerning trend has multiple causes. The overall US economic climate is still uncertain, and inflation is still out of control. Restaurants are contending with a labor shortage, as well as rising costs for everything from construction and equipment to food and electricity. Surprisingly, corporate bankruptcies have declined recently as compared to pre-pandemic rates. For instance, according to the federal judiciary, while there were over 22,000 business bankruptcies filed in 2019, the number of filings in more recent years, namely in 2022 and the beginning of 2023, has averaged approximately 14,000 a year. As a result of the recent distress, thousands of unprofitable locations across the nation will undoubtedly be closed as the pressures of operating large number of restaurant locations while keeping up with loan payments and dues to franchises have created an extremely difficult operating environment for fast food franchises. And with that, we come to the end of this video. Do not forget to click like and share the video if you love our content. Comment down below about what you think about Domino's and its franchises closing down. Before you leave, click that subscribe button and push the notifications. See you